En el puerto estoy viviendo de
Okay.
53 Ducomple. Sometimos la demanda del Departamento de Trabajo por más de $18,000, al igual que otros trabajadores. Y hasta el día de hoy, lo que escuchamos de otros compañeros es que el Departamento de Trabajo apenas está tratando las demandas del 2022. Si una persona va a una tienda y el dueño de la tienda llama a la policía, la persona será arrestada por todo la persona que me contrató a mí nos tuvo de esclavos en su restaurante y la policía no puede arrestarlos porque dicen que eso es un caso civil. ¿Qué podría hacer la ciudad de New Haven para evitar estos crímenes? Ustedes tienen el poder de el funcionamiento. Me explico. Si trabajo en un lugar y no me soy trabajadora, ahora paso a ser gracias por gracias.
La próxima persona que tenemos es Sandra Montero. Name and address for the record, nombre y dirección.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Ana Montero, lo tendré, está con el distrito. Bueno, hace unos meses estuve trabajando en un restaurante, contratando ahora, no hay posición.
La carta para que pregunten.
Por el sistema, Sara Montero, 45 Frank Street. She started working at a restaurant at $12 an hour. And the owners stated that that's all they could pay. Porque trabajo. That and it was the job was not producing a lot of money. Entonces, porque era resulta que no se había mucho trabajo. Unos días después, cuando me enfermé, she did not that she say that because that work because the business was providing of work. Later she has work. Fui al hospital, entonces cuando volví al trabajo en la tarde, el señor me botó, muy enojado, pero cuando me quedé enferma y se trabaja. Después, where she was ill, which I had to work, and after where she let go came again. Después me fui a cobrar el dinero que me debía las horas. Bueno, gracias a la Marina que me apoyó, lo pagó. So she went to ask to have her compensated for her work time, and he said no, we need to pay her, and so they took us to Dalapina, that was her. So es un lugar donde es justo porque hay muchas necesidades para cada gente, entonces no es justo que fuera de que no pagan. With a Latina helper, with a Latina helper get her stipend from the job. One of the things that she does mention is that a lot of them are exploited there. It's unclear that they can be there with a lot of necessity, and these things are taking place in the work. Entonces, es un como que de trabajo
no nos pagan esto y fuera de eso no pagan justo, no nos podemos confirmar porque no votan. Entonces la ciudad debería tener en cuenta estos lugares para que paguen justo a los trabajadores.
People think it's unfair because they are working and they have a lot of need, and that's why they go to work. She would like to see that the city can put something in place that holds these businesses accountable to the wages that they work.
Gracias.
I think we're happy.
Next, we have John Provo. Record and a reminder, to keep testimony in 3 minutes, less, great. And also, kindly ask that you refrain from mentioning any names of specific people or restaurants, just to avoid any trouble for city and folks in the home, because it's always a record.
Okay, this is a regular one, 276 Huntington Street in New Haven. So I want to talk first on the e-card. I have to say that the e-card was created by an idea that came out from our group back in 2005 and eventually in 2007 that became a reality. And also I want to say that, the city should be proud about this ID card because we were the first in the country. We paid the price back in 2007 when 32 people was by the division. With this, the administration of Justin Ellison, that he was going to reactivate the program, and that never happened. And I have to say that for several months, like 2 years ago, the program was not happening because the machine was broken and the city did not do anything. And it's very shameful that the city is not really promoting this program around, the city, especially for new arrivals. One issue that we have right now in New Haven is like the new people that they are coming from Venezuela. Many of them, they don't have any documents because there is no consulate services for them in the United States. So what about them, how the city is going to allow these people to have this program? That's the first thing that I have to say about it. The second thing I want to say, I want to clarify that I know you mentioned that the city of New Haven is a sanctuary city. No, New Haven is not a sanctuary city. New Haven maybe is a symbolic sanctuary city, but these board holders have been refused, especially Taisha Walker has been saying now to pass an ordinance naming New Haven a sanctuary city. That's the second thing I want to say. The other thing that I want to say is yo quiero reconocer que aquí en este lugar tenemos más de 25 personas que no hablan inglés. Me parece que es terrible que nosotros digamos que en esta ciudad, que es una ciudad santuario, no le vamos a proveer servicios de traducción a nuestra gente. So I want to say, I want to acknowledge that there are around 25 people who doesn't speak English, and the city who names themselves as sanctuary city cannot provide, translation services for our people who are like thousands of us in the city of New Haven. The other thing I want to say is it's important for the city to pass policies regarding the wage theft, because the problem that we have around the state is there is no enough agents to really provide the services for people who are filing, I know you have to give me one more pieces.
Now I just want to awesome. Go ahead, I'll let you go.
I just want to say that the Department of Labor, they don't have enough agents, and we have been asking the governor to provide more money for the labor department to really do their job around the state. But I think the city of New Haven can create policies to really fight wage theft. And I have to say that I really completely against the idea that we cannot acknowledge, who's stealing from our people. We have we have a like Indian restaurant, we have a very good food, we have we have like a tequila bar, we have letter restaurant, we have pizza restaurant, we have good fellows, we have.
Please sit.
Yeah. But if you don't want
It is a liability of the city and liability of the
is that these people that are still are not just one place, many places around the city of New and they keep functioning. That's all I tell them.
I also want to mention that translators can be provided within 48 hours of notice of meeting.
Thank you. Thank you for your testimony. We will now have. Name and address for the record. Data.
Hi, my name is Taylor Engel. I live at 376 Central Avenue. I am born and raised in New Haven. I worked for a chef as a chef for over a decade, and I've worked in food justice and racial justice for more than 15 years after that. So I've been working in this area for over 25 years. And as a chef, I worked in New Haven and Boston. And I have seen firsthand uses of workers and keeping others in the kitchen as well as not in the kitchen and being advocates for people. So things like people being told that they couldn't get an hourly wage, they would be forced because they're undocumented in order to keep their job to work for $300 a week, and they'd be forced to sign a loser and didn't made it look like people can get overtime if they worked many hours, 40 hours a week. People that wouldn't be paid work in abusive environments. Kitchens can be very abusive environments. I think we hopefully are all aware of that. And I think this is, I firmly support ordinance. I think that it is, I'm aware of someone who's advocated for workers, a white person who has in this country. I'm first generation born here, and I have used my position to advocate for people, but it's very difficult.
Yeah, there's no rule. There's a
Things that
rule.
push
So
the burden on them.
I don't know where to find.
And in our system, we think about how was the cow treated that we're eating? How was the lettuce eating? We don't talk about how were the people treated who are growing and cooking our food. And it is our responsibility to care for all the living beings, most especially people. And this absolutely is an issue of public health because most of the contaminated undocumented workers, most people who are working in restaurants, poverty wages, people are living poverty wages, they are most likely to have the most harm to their health. So when we talk about the responsibility of public health, it's to go into our restaurants and make sure that they're clean and to make sure that the people are treated well and the people who work there have good health. And by creating accountability with our restaurants, that they could lose their licenses for violating it. To me, it's more important how they treat their workers than how clean the restaurant. Both of those are very important, but I prefer my house. And it is our responsibility to make that easier for the businesses to be accountable to our city and to use whatever penalty, even if it's 20 people who are 20 people, that we have the ability to make it easier for those businesses to be accountable to the law and for the law to be enforced. Because the labor laws are not, we have laws not enforced, and they're abused all the time. And I think it's good to get numbers, but I think from just common knowledge of what I think many of us have heard in our communities, in a city that is now majority Latino and this huge population that are undocumented, it's really important that we take the step to make it easier for restaurants to be accountable to the law, to protect people as much as we're protecting the people who are in our restaurants. I also appreciate that time translating, and I think given how many people in our city speak Spanish as a primary language, it would be great to just have a translator here all the time. I also think that it's really important
that I understand the concerns, but that if we stated the names of restaurants, if we had a kid who was abused at school, we wouldn't come in and say, don't say the name of the school. If we had someone who was sexually harassed, we would say, don't say the name of their work. So I don't, I think actually this is not a court of law. This is a moment of truth telling, and then if there's accountability of actions. So I think it's important that we allow people to say where these harms happen. Thank you very much.
Your testimony. Just to quickly, add on to that comment, I think part of the reason is, as some colleagues mentioned, for liability reasons, but it's really also because a lot of everything we're saying in these chambers is public record. Very heartbreaking personal stories. I want to make sure that we provide for safety as well. In that, and so it's not just about us protecting the city's liability, it's about our citizens' safety. People who will come up here, it takes a lot to come up here, regardless of what you're speaking about. So we just want to make sure we're keeping that in mind while we speak. And that will finally proceed to this person on this list. We have Mark Burla. You left? Okay. Okay, now I'll ask, is there anyone from the public wishing to testify on this second time? Is there anyone from the public wishing to testify on this item? And for a third time, last time, is there anyone else from the public wishing to testify on this item? Seeing
I make a motion to close the public portion of this workshop. Second.
motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Any abstentions? Any opposed? Seeing none, the motion is closed the public portion of this meeting.
Thank you all for listening. I just want to remind folks that we will be adjourning from this portion of the meeting, but this meeting is going to continue sometime in the fall, and we invite folks to come back. We will have another portion of this workshop, identify some of our partners and help and services they provide as well. So we welcome everyone to please come back, and we will let you know when in the fall the second workshop will take place. And as a reminder to committee members, we will be taking no action on this. We will just adjourn.
We can have a brief discussion just for any colleagues that have any comments on what we've heard tonight. Yeah, so any comments from colleagues before we adjourn?
Just briefly, thank you, Mr. Chair. I think this is, an issue that is really quite broad and a lot of people, and I really testify and have this to do. This is something we need to look into ordinance-wise, and I wondered if I could request you an opinion from court counsel on the viability of this ordinance. Whether we would need enabling legislation or not, and whether it's something that they would support or about.
I think we did that.
Thank you.
For the co-chairs. Thank you all. Any other comments from colleagues? Just have one comment. I want to thank everyone who came out here tonight. She's part of the cause. Esta noche, very personal and very tough testimony here tonight. Myself, the son of undocumented immigrants, eventually with the help of a lot of partners, we even get their documents in order, citizens contributing, able to fully contribute to the country and our city. And I'm glad we have this opportunity to really think about some of the issues, continuing to face our immigrant community, continue taking continue to work on these. It takes all of us, so glad folks came out today. We'll have a second, workshop to continue this conversation, here, our chambers. So, with that, I'll sure. Your second discussion. Being on all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion adjourned. The motion adjourned the meeting on the